Hey guys, it's Billy Tarasio with Modern Law Practice, and it's been a little while since I gave you an update. Things in Arizona are nuts. I think we currently have the highest per capita positive COVID testing. So everything is on its head, and everything is on its head everywhere. Um, all over the country, people are trying to figure out how to kids go back to school, and our kids in Arizona were set to go back August 6th. So that's roughly 3 weeks away, and all of the districts are scrambling to figure out what to do with kiddos. As far as the law firm goes, we had a retreat last Friday. It was our second one via Zoom, and it went very well. So there's a couple things we did that I wanted to share with you. We incorporated some Zoom team building games because our culture is something that's super important to us, and being separated and unable to connect physically has been hard for modern law, and we wanted to figure out a way to maintain that connectivity even though we're physically separated. So one of the things we did was we arranged a fund committee. I gave the fund committee a budget. I think it's $2,000 for a quarter to come up with games and competitions that we can do and play via Zoom. That was one of the things we did. Then we also dove into problems. Now, modern law is pretty darn stable, so we kind of have to look for problems, yet they're always there. And one of the things that happened recently was one of our attorneys got sick and immediately and suddenly had to go out and was unable to work on cases. Now, we've got a team of fantastic professionals who jumped in to cover cases and did a fantastic job. But one of the things we found out was, sort of unsurprisingly, the cases were not in great shape in terms of documenting the communications between the attorneys and the clients, and then putting them in the systems so that any one of us could jump in and take over. So we've got fabulous systems on documents, but actually documenting conversations and outcomes and tracking outcomes of those conversations is something that we haven't yet tackled to really do well. So one of the projects then coming out of the retreat was to come up with templates that could be used to document each conversation. And the question was, like, how do we do that? And one of the things that we're going to try is a Box template. So we use Box for our document storage, and they have Box notes and they have Box templates. And so one of the things that we're going to try is creating a Box note in a template for every single scheduled phone call that the attorney or paralegal, whomever has the phone call, will fill out after the meeting, and that template will go to both the client and the law firm. So what will it cover? It will cover, obviously, who the client is, what the meeting was about, what type of meeting. So it might be a strategy session, it might be a status update, it might be that there's been a major change, whatever it is. It might be trial prep, it might be settlement negotiation or preparation for mediation. The type of meeting will go down. The client's concerns will go down. The attorney's concerns will go down. The other thing that this does is it allows the lawyer to do what we call CYA. If the client wants to take a course of action, there are risks and rewards with that course of action. And being able to document that we as an attorney have acknowledged the risks and the rewards, done the cost-benefit analysis, and discussed the risks of all of the decisions will cover us in the event we ever have an issue. The other thing that this template will go to the client afterwards and be in our file so that everybody's on the same page. And if we've misunderstood the client somehow in our conversation with our outcomes and what we're doing, our deliverables after the meeting, then it gives the client and the attorney a chance to better communicate. So this tool was so simple, but it's just being a little bit more disciplined in the way that we're operating, because we're separated, because any one of us can go down at any point in time, because we've got this virus running around that is running rampant on all of us. Like, being more disciplined in the way that we document our communications and the way we communicate with one another and our clients will simply make us better. So the other thing that will come out of this document template is action items, assignments for the client, assignments for the attorney, due dates on each, and where we're going to follow up. So this is a simple practice change that will make us stronger and better attorneys. And this is why we have company retreats. This is why we sit down and we spend time together thinking about and talking about our problems and really diving into our problems. The other problem that we talked about was our accounts receivable had dropped, and people wanted to lock down the process for requesting replenishment. But as we really dove into that issue, as we really discussed the issue fully, we decided that it really starts with the attorney having a discussion about the cost benefit analysis with clients and client expectations. Clients do not mind paying as long as they know what they're paying for and they anticipate it coming. And that starts with the attorney. So we can't jump to the conclusion that we need a different process for requesting replenishment. We have to dive into the issue in order to analyze what's the root cause and see what we can do about it. So that is where things are at with modern law. While I am still nervous about our future, the quarter was amazing, and it was record setting, and we've never had a more successful quarter, both in terms of net promoter score and revenue. But I'm still, nervous about what's going to happen in the economy as we move forward, and thinking about the timing of office expansion and everything else with everyone else. So now's the time to be cautious, to save cash, and to make good decisions. It's also a good time to hire because you never know when one of your attorneys may go down. That is all for today. Have a lovely day, and don't forget to subscribe.